center of the universe.
The Empress.
She is the grand dame of the neighborhood. And she may be Empress number 10, but the Empress is entirely fitted. And I'm not kissing her out.
You look stunning.
They're very retro, I think.
Yeah.
1949 or
Yeah,
1950.
classic.
That's called sickening.
Sickening.
A lot of people are intimidated by her. They're like, oh, she's a scary person. And then there's like people like me, people who have reverence for someone who is an outcast, who are like, oh, that is the coolest person that I've ever seen, and I want to know more.
Welcome to Vancouver. Well, there's Dave. Today is my 40th anniversary since I was crowned Empress 10 of British Columbia. And this year, I'm going to do a series of performances. The same kind of thing I did 40 years ago.
Yes! We will talk about, we said slight showers today.
I'll take the big umbrella. Happy birthday! All over me, and in my coffee, vicious queen.
I saw the light as bridges burned behind me. Swords turning on a rolling sea, taking them apart.
They're talking about not having the ball until next year because of the COVID. And I thought somebody's idea was then we won't have to deal with Oliv. What is that thing? Getting all this attention. Why don't you give them the Rudolph Valentino eye, that little kind of slit one, you know, you kind of droopy eyelid. Yeah, that's better. And I guess I take it for granted, but I mean, the spirits that I have in my home from all the art, lots of which are from artists who've died, and quite a few who are still alive, amazingly. I've been very, very, very blessed, fortunate, lucky in my life to have known so many just absolutely amazingly creative individuals. Hello? Oh, wrong one. Hello? Coming in. I'll do this because I have to unlock the door. And where is he? Is he on the chair over there?
Yeah.
Okay. I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on in. Sideways.
Yeah, I have to go sideways.
Sideways.
Well, look at you.
Hello.
Well, look at you. Hi. Oh, dingle, dingle, dingle. Oh, hi, sweetheart. Hi, how are you
Oh,
doing?
and the rolled up Barbies. Very nice. Oh, sir. Go ahead.
Oopsie. Oh my God, he makes such a racket.
There's still some coffee in the thermos.
Oh, sure.
Did you want some?
Yes, please. Oh, look
I made,
at that.
I made
Look.
it's just brewed coffee.
Well, brewed is good.
Not espresso or anything.
Whoa. Woohoo, all right.
And it's strong.
So is this tool.
Yes.
I love the tool.
Those are Rodney Clark's. He gave those to me in exchange for, I think, for a suit that I made him. In 1987, Joe Average called me and said, I have a show and it's hot and I don't have a suit. Do you have any fabric and make me a suit? And he said, you make me a suit and I'll do an art piece for you. And at the time, I was stripping around town. And so he did this piece. I was never sure if it was live on stage or is it live on stage, which I love. You know, with my blonde hair and my pasties and twirling to the world. When it gets a little warmer out, then more people will be feeling a little easier. I mean, honestly, I like to think that what I do, my theater, my art, is kind of like social therapy for people. And lots of people have said during this whole last year, you know, when they see me, they used to see me for years and they never said anything, and all of a sudden they're going, I just wanted to tell you, you always make me smile. Thank you. Well, then I've done my job, I think. I was born in Fredericton, New Brunswick in 1953. I grew up on a farm. My upbringing, I think we need to just call it survival. I ran away from home so many times. And when I was 10, for the first time, I made it all the way to Montreal, hitching. I met a drag queen on the street who said, okay, well, come on, you can sleep on my living room floor. You steal anything, I'm gonna kill you. Never been around anybody who was that flamboyant, you know, and carefree, I think carefree. He's introducing me to these other people, and some of them are leather, and some of them are crazy, wild people. You were part of that community and you were protected, you were looked after. Connection, which we used to call community. Because now people say community, but it's not the same. When I was 14, I did drag for the first time. We were in New York. I'm helping these queens working backstage in the theater, and I'm doing hand sewing. I'm showing them what I learned, they're showing me what they know. Didn't really have any money to throw around on drag, but I sewed. Now I had gone to the Army and Navy surplus store, and I went to the back and there was this rack of these military wool Melton olive drab coats. Thick, I mean this stuff was thick. It was meant to be out in the European, you know, Alps. I got the rack of coats for 10 bucks. And I covered a pair of platform wedgies, and I covered a pair of eyeglasses, and I made a purse. I made a jacket, and I made a skirt, and then a little top, and it's all made out of this olive drab wool melton. There was this big party at one of the clubs in Harlem. Well, of course you're going to come with us. It must have been 115, 16 degrees out. I meet them at this club. I'm standing there waiting for my eyes to acclimatize. Everybody's looking at her. What the Oh, well, here she is, Miss Olive Drab. That was my first drag name, Olive Drab. And I loved it. You were always looking to reuse, repurpose things. Learning how to put together 4 pairs of eyelashes to make a real nice eyelash. Because you couldn't find amazing eyelashes back then, really. Somebody will say, well, Oliv's been wearing that style for years. I mean, you know, because that is my style. Well, they're kind of fun, lightweight, something for the summer. I really like this stuff. This, I think it's cotton. Oh, and 30 polyester. Okay, we'll get some of that. I like fashion, don't get me wrong, but I don't aim to be a fashionista. I get labeled that sometimes online. Oh, you're always so fashionable. Oh, you're always so... I'm only fashionable because other people aren't wearing this, because it's avant something.
So happy to hear you're coming.
I'm so happy to see all of you. Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
I need some flowers for you.
Flowers!
I don't know if you like flowers or not, but you know, I never show up empty-handed.
Oh, well, no, they're very lovely. I have so many vases I never use. I can't use them. My partner knocks everything over and breaks it.
Well, a little chaos.
He's a very aggressive cat. I mean, it's just, are you going to sit?
I wasn't sure.
I'm so happy to see you, baby.
It's been a lot of...
Well, I haven't seen you dragon since the ball last year.
It almost was exactly a year ago that I was like out in drag.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll be a year from now.
Yeah. So I met Oliv the first time at the Cobalt. I was still very green to like the queer community in general and also to the drag scene, so I was like terrified of everything. When I asked my drag mom like who this person was, the way she described was like, oh, she's an icon. Like she's like this huge part of Vancouver queer history. And I was like kind of nervous to come hang out today because, you know, we've chatted in like bars and at shows, but we've never like hung out.
mean, I love Made in China. She's just, she does things that I look at and go, I never would have thought of that. This is like so, and it does them well, like really well. The second time I saw her perform, I said, you are getting so good. And she goes, really? And I went, yeah, that was really good. Like you're really showing your personality in your performance.
I was reading somewhere, this like trend of transness and the diverse gender identities for millennials today. There's really an issue there because it's not a trend. A lot of it is that we've lost so many people through HIV and AIDS that there's a whole demographic that's missing from the equation. All of that information and knowledge is gone. I think elders are important because history is important.
Because you probably don't know me, I'm gonna sing this song. You know, I have a big problem with my life other than the fact that I'm so beautiful it hurts. Yes, and modesty too. I have to deal a lot with modesty. But really, my name is Billie Jean. Could you imagine how to spell that? Just close your eyes and think Billie Jean. Nobody gets it right. I have 40 posters over the last few years and not one of them is right. So here's how it goes. It's Billy with a Y, not Billy with I-E, 'cause Billy with a Y means he, not she. B-I-double-L, ended with a Y. That's the way you spell it, Billy. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Why doesn't anybody ever get it? It's Billy
Mother.
with a Y, not Billy with I-E.
So, but she always called me Mother. Because I never had preconceived ideas about who this person was or how they should be presenting. You be you. Be the best you can be. You know, if you want to get up on stage with no makeup on and sit down at a piano and do your very best Glenn Gould, do it. And she would, really? What would people think? Well, they think that we're expanding our repertoire of who can be in the drag show. The people that I was around had the same creative urges and bents to be doing things their way. I've always found people who weren't busy trying to conform way more interesting.
Pay attention to me, which from a distance reads "Pay Me," is the title of an exhibition of self-portraits. Vancouver photographer Oliv took these and others over a 10-year period. Gable Vision visited Oliv in his Gastown studio and had a few words with him. Did the phenomenon known as the culture of narcissism, or more commonly the me decade, influence your work at all?
The me decade showed us that we could do anything we wanted with actual corporal physical selves. You can take drugs, you can exercise, you can eat, you can diet, you can do anything you wanted with yourself. You could make yourself into something if you so desire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's art. That's, you know, part of art.
I met Oliv for the very first time in 1979.
78.
79. So 1979 is when we met, and Adrian, who Vandervoog, was the roller skating drag queen par excellence of all Vancouver. Adrian and Oliv came to my studio.
I was wearing a Canadian Air Force cadet's blue uniform. Adrian wanted to get this photo shoot under her belt so she could use it for PR stuff. And all you wanted to do was take pictures of me doing different things. Right. And she got really huffy.
Oliv was a really good subject. This is what I'm going to say, right? Like this, striking, right? All those things about what one would want in a subject. The title of the show is called Rooms in the Secret Palace of O. The show is about Oliv, so Oliv is going to open the show. I have blocked off the entire gallery. Okay, there's a room, you're stuck looking at a contact sheet. Oliv is dressed to kill and shows up and then fires up the chainsaw. You've never seen people like flat against a wall in your entire life. Oliv and I conspired together.
Here I am, this flamboyant, off-the-wall. Many, many people said I was the strangest person they'd ever met. I wasn't doing political correctness.
Oliv had a kind of disdain for audience. Oliv made fun of lip syncing.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good time. I'm never coming back here ever again if I can help it.
Did you have anything particular that you wanted to start off with?
Well, I guess we could talk about, because you've selected a few songs.
Yes.
And we could talk about why you chose the songs that you chose.
Well, the Pat Suzuki, which would be for the stage performance. Having loved madly, having been loved madly, lots, the thought, the emotion from that song. In my day, the queers would have been immediately like relating to that, you know. Haven't slept a wink, all I do is walk the floor, and in between I drink a black coffee. Got those hand-me-down blues. You're driving me crazy, thinking about my baby. Yeah, and these weekday blues. Oh Lord, it's a good song. I haven't listened to it in years. Volume could be up a little bit, possibly. That drowns out the sound of my breathing.
Can we start again?
That was transphobic.
Brought your politics to my movie shoot.
Rolling.
Rolling.
I'm feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor and watch the door, and in between I drink black coffee. Love's a hand-me-down brew. I'll never know a Sunday in this weekday room. I'm talking to the shadows, 1 o'clock to 4. Lord, how slow the moments go when all I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, I'm hanging out on Monday, my Sunday dreams to dry. Now a man is born to go a-lovin', a woman's born to weep and fret, to stay at home coffee and cigarettes. I'm mooning all the morning and mourning all the night. And in between it's nicotine and not much heart to fight. Black coffee, feeling low as the ground. It's driving me crazy, this waiting for my baby to maybe come around. Black coffee.
I like the word benign. Honestly, benign. Yes, this is almost as good as mine.
Just about like the sixth English person.
It looks great.
What's your name? You look amazing.
Thank you, Oliv. Thank you.
Hunter.
Hunter. Oh, I
think we've met.
I think so too.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
You're fantastic.
You're looking good.
Thanks.
Thank you. When I was 7, school had started. I get on the school bus and all the seats were taken except for the one at the very back. And on the one side at the very back sat my cousin Moose, who was 18, and he was, Moose. I go to sit down and he put his foot across it and said, "Oh no, no you don't, you fairy." And so after my chores, after dinner, I went out walking and I found a tire in the ditch and I rolled it all the way a mile down the road to where their hay barn was. And I rolled it up to the side of this hay barn and I lit it on fire. And it went up like a candle and everything, and all of a sudden there's people showing up and their tractors and cars. And then the RCMP showed up, and finally my father showed up. And I'm standing there, 7 years old, and Moose's father is going, "Why would you do this?" And I said, "Because when I got on the bus this morning, he called me a fairy." And Moose's father hit him across the face. I thought, oh good, I'm not gonna get killed tonight. And then the cop opens his mouth and says, "How would you call a little girl a fairy?" My father stiffened and I thought, I am gonna be murdered tonight, you. All this he would have loved until you thought I was a little girl. That just killed him. It triggered him every time. The next morning when I got on the bus, black and blue with my head shaved and scabs on it and still oozing things, nobody says anything. Nobody, the driver, none of the kids. So I go sit down at the back and Moose looks at me and goes, "Sorry." Because he thought I got beat up for burning the barn down. Not because pig thought I was a girl. As a female of this type, I don't give a if you like me or approve of me or think I'm real, or when people used to say, "Well, you're very real," and I would go, "Well, I'm a bit surreal." I prefer that. My identity isn't going to be impacted by someone else's sneer or misgendering or any of that stuff, because I've had a lifetime of it. Wherever that coffee god is, thank you. I'm gonna come over there and
you had zero rights. Zero. No one liked you. Police didn't like you. Society didn't like you. Most businesses didn't like you. Militantly anti-homosexual. I mean, from the feds, the provincial, the municipal, all the municipals down. It was just, we're good Christian country. We don't need these filthy degenerates corrupting our children. We are your children.
The phone calls started coming in just before the meeting began, from people who were angry the West End Community Centre was being used by, as they put it, a bunch of queers. The stink bombs were thrown into the room half an hour later. A few people went to investigate, but the majority wiped their smarting eyes and stuck out the horrible stench. For 2 hours, gay men and lesbians told stories of beatings from heterosexuals, police animosity or brutality, and even hostile ambulance attendants.
Part of the evolution of queer rights in this city, in this country, on this continent, in the world, let's say, because some people stood up and said,
I was very into Gay Liberation Front and so on in London, but I do it in the theatre now.
Why aren't you accepted in the bars?
Well, because you're put down in the way that I suppose women are put down. I mean, we're just too faggy. We're not in the kind of vogue which seems to be at the moment of the clone thing, the cowboy thing, the whole S&M thing, which is very prevalent now. I mean, it's all drag in a way. All the boys are pretending to be very butch and those kind of images, the images of our oppressors. Uniforms, uniformity.
People getting beat up, that's what's worrying me. Well, something, something, something keeps on worrying me.
They were having a protest at the art gallery. We walk up and my getup was made by me. I mean, it was made out of drapes. Our hair was wild, our makeup was wild. All in their little narrow lapel, narrow tie, gray suits, carrying their placards, marching around. All of them had that look on their face of like, oh no. This guy comes over and says, can you just please leave? We're trying to get equal rights here. We don't think it's going to help if people think we're a bunch of freaks. Oh. Does this my make me look like a freak? If you're the Gay Liberation Front, sorry, not interested. You're on your own. So I can get the right to vote. I can have the right to have a government job. I can have a rental apartment without being declined because of being gay if I color inside those lines. What are you fighting for? I don't get this homonormative narrative. I mean, if you're comfortable in a little narrow lapel, thin tie suit, knock yourself out. But if you're just doing it so society will accept you, they're never going to accept you. There'll always be something that you forgot or didn't do just right. That noise. If you cannot be accepted by society, throw them all out and create a new society.
Many people are now talking of this city setting an example for the rest of Canada. Toronto, and now Edmonton, seem to have provincial and municipal governments and police that want to roll back the gains that gays and lesbians have made over the last few years. Is Vancouver going to escape this repression? A lot of people hope so and are working to make Vancouver a city where gay men and lesbians can lead full and happy lives.
In Gay Unity versus City Hall, we take you to Vancouver City Council to see the debate over official recognition of Gay Unity Week 1980.
We ask you to issue a proclamation proclaiming the period August the 3rd to August the 10th as Gay Unity Week. The Mayor has refused to issue such a proclamation, citing the grounds of controversy.
Gay people have the right to live their own lifestyles, but they have come here this afternoon essentially to ask the city government to give certain official approval and support to their cause. I have refused to issue a proclamation in a situation which I just did not feel was entirely appropriate.
I don't really fully understand the whole subject of homosexuality. I've never fully understood it. People tell me things about it that I have to listen to, that one person can affect another.
I would not want to give any support at all to anything that detracts from the need in our family, in our society, for a good, strong family. And there is a challenge put forward by the gay community to the family.
We respect you for being law-abiding, contributing members to this society. We may disagree with your lifestyle. We may disagree with it for religious reasons or otherwise. But we're going to respect your right to exist as a law-abiding citizen in this community.
They could at least be recognized by a simple proclamation by the City of Vancouver, and I would so move.
All in favor? Against? Does not carry.
I have this imaginary proclamation in my hand right here that it says all kinds of good things about Gay Unity Week and the coming together of a very fine minority community in Vancouver that deserves some recognition by City Council. I hereby proclaim this week Gay Unity Week.
I'd like to say to you, it's so nice to see unity. Let's keep it.
I have many friends in the gay community. I've come a long way myself in understanding some of the serious questions. They have not been addressed as well as they should, but I think we're just on the brink of beginning to enlighten this community.
The Unity Festival at Nelson Park, they had John Kozachenko and about 5 or 6 other people handcuffed over the hoods of the police cars because they'd stepped off the sidewalk. Because the administration wouldn't issue a permit. Police said, you better not step off that curb. If you step off the curb, we're going to arrest you. And so we were marching around Nelson Park. It was just the stupidest, you know, the system enforcers against this small group of weirdos. I mean, they knew there was an election coming up in November, and they were trying to get the same old votes, Bernice Gerard and that bunch of bigots, you know, and it backfired.
Well, the moment I decided I was going to run for mayor, one of the council members said to me, you know, you just committed political suicide. But it was worth the gamble. Another 2 years under Jack Walrus I couldn't handle. We had to change from sort of a gray, Presbyterian, boring kind of a city, and we needed to think bigger. What kind of a city did we want to become?
Mayor Volrich has refused to officially declare Gay Unity Week this summer in Vancouver. Now, what would your position be towards declaring Gay Unity Week were you mayor?
Well, surely we can sign a proclamation to assist a group that are law-abiding people who want to have a festival.
Jack Volrich is retiring November the 15th. Retiring. You know who are the people that are going to do it?
When Mike Harcourt, city councillor, came to us in 1980, he was running for mayor in November of 1980, and he said, you get me, Oliv, you get me elected mayor and we will give you your unity parade. The day before the deadline, Kelly Smurl came into work at the Yokohama and stuck a $100 bill down my t-shirt when I'm carrying trays of food at lunch and said, what the hell, let's have a laugh, run for Empress. I never thought I was ever gonna run. I was always just more interested in just having fun, being me and doing what I wanted to do. And I never thought of myself as fitting any of those roles. In the olden days, the Empress was a drag queen who usually performed, but not always. It was never a beauty contest. You were the figurehead for the community to help people, to entertain, to move the pendulum in a direction that was going to be positive for the queer community. Your emperor's there to open doors and hold your luggage, hold your purse. When the news got out that Oliv had put in her application and was running for Empress, not Emperor, there were quite a few people that were like, they hated the fact that I was even allowed to run. She's not a drag queen, she's just a freak. She's a with these establishment monarchs, there were always these preconceived ideas about how you should be doing things. Conservative mindset, closed-mindedness. Oh, don't rock the boat. Don't be that kind of queer. Be this nice kind of queer. These older establishment ones, they wanted to keep it small and compact and this little rare group. And the rest of us were like, well, let's bring in everybody that can have fun with this. How would you define 81? The beginning of possibilities.
The campaign is beginning in February of 1981.
Or he's my minister of propaganda.
I was to design a poster when Oliv had a very distinct idea about what it was two words only. The word change is the word Oliv, which appealed to me beyond belief.
We wanted to see in the bars, in the shows, what we personally wanted to see, not just me, but the whole herd of creatives, to bring more theater, more art into the court. To change it. That was my theme. Changes, all of 81.
Posters have sprung up all over town, heralding the Dogwood Monarchist Society's 10th anniversary coronation ball. Billy Beland graciously allowed Gablevision to tape an all-candidate show at the Boom Boom Room.
My position of Emperor or Empress is to represent Vancouver in out-of-town positions in public relations offices and also in town as function organizers.
I'll listen for their feedback, see exactly what does the community want, and try and give them what they want.
To always have a gradual change. Court is not a political organization, therefore the political things shouldn't get involved in it at all.
I would like to stay somewhat away from the politics, because I don't personally feel that politics should be involved with the Dogwood Monarchist Society.
The changes that I think the city would like to see, or I hope they would like to see, are ones basically of taking the court from a female impersonation level into a more artistic level.
When they would say, well, we don't want to be political. You cannot be a life form on this planet without having politics involved with you as a mouthy, strange, other, scary, queer, all the more so.
The year that Oliv and I are together, it's like a smashing of barrier, like of class barriers, right?
Gender barriers.
We had women at our event, in our groups, in bars that were men only. You take their slow night and suddenly it was the busiest bar in town. And everybody was there because everybody wanted to be there because they knew they would have a good time.
The premise is this. We went out every night for 1 year solid. There was no day off.
As a candidate, you hit every bar with an entourage. And then you're just trying to convince people that you're the one to vote for. You're doing literally a bar tour. Back when a bar tour meant, how many bars did you hit? I think we hit 10.
Events were planned. Every week there were events. There wasn't like a repeat performance. The whole thing is based on no repeat performances. The Minister of Propaganda shot 5 rolls of film a night, and the next day, Oliv got the contact sheets, right? And that was it, right? That's as far as things
From
got.
a cop, he had to go through them. Oh, that's good. Oh, and he'd have circled the ones that he liked.
This was an entree to an entirely a world I knew nothing about. It was a world that was sort of part of being a notorious homosexual.
The coming together of so many disenfranchised outsiders, queers, and others, it did spark an actual renaissance of ideas and creativity. But I by no means think it was just me. There were lots of people who contributed to making 81 such a golden moment. Just things seemed to align.
Stay tuned, folks, because you are about to witness an event which has never before been captured on screen.
If you've ever wondered what goes on at the annual coronation ball, or puzzled at the strange and secretive intricacies of the court system, well, the mystery is about to unfold before your very eyes.
This year, Gablevision captured the coronation at the Commodore Ballroom.
the ball. It was the pinnacle of queer events. They rivaled things that the actual city governments were putting on. Everybody went. Everybody. Queers, non-queers, leather, S&M, drag, fetish, uniform. And you could go and just have a hell of a good time. The room was half filled with traditional DMS courtier types, and the other half of the room were the Oliv people, and that's what people were calling us. Those are the Oliv people. Then I walk in this thing I'd thrown together that afternoon with my hair up. The Asian court people had said to me early on, can we come to your things? And I went, absolutely. Can I perform in your show? Sure, what do you do? Well, I do drag. What kind of drag? Well, it's a little off the wall. Oh, perfect, even better. Harry was nervous, but he looked good in his little leather vest, and Flo was high. Venus on the line was apoplectic. People were trying to get her to breathe. The college was standing on stage. The next closest person to me was in votes was Flo, and she came in at just under 900 votes. So I was pushing 2,000 votes. Adrian came up and put the mantilla over my head, and Ted stepped forward and put the crown on my head, and then Dee Dee handed him some pins to pin the crown in. The room went crazy. And then it was extra drugs, extra party, extra.
The Empress Oliv.
Is it on? Oh no. Hello, this is Oliv, Empress 10 of Vancouver, and I've just popped in to say I hope your holiday season is going very well.
Oh, yes it does.
The smiling, happy, trim, jocular Harcourt after the break. The vote. Have you analyzed the vote yet?
Haven't had a chance. I haven't got the details yet. I'm hoping to get those from City Hall today.
I can tell you.
Okay.
Why you won the election.
Okay.
Apart from your organization. West End, Northeast Side. The vote up 31.7%.
That's good.
The gay vote was very significant to my successful win in the 1981 election. It was the active participation of so many gay people in voter registration, in pulling the vote out, in publicly supporting and endorsing.
They flew the Rainbow Coalition flag from City Hall and did a proclamation from City Hall that was like the first in Canada and many parts of the States. And we were allowed to have our parade.
We've now reached the special presentation part of the evening. The Mayor of Vancouver, Mayor Michael Harcourt.
When we could have the parade on this street in 1981, it was like, you're never going to be able to put this back in the closet.
It wasn't just the perfect August weather and the sea air on that sunny oceanfront street that brought out more than 1,500 gay men and lesbians for Vancouver's first Gay Unity Week parade. Over 20 organizations had been working together for months to bring this parade off. It was called a parade and not a march or a demonstration because there seems to be a new spirit in Vancouver this summer.
I wore the wedding dress.
Well done, we finally made it to Vancouver's first Gay Unity Week parade. Isn't it something?
Yes, Laurie, and here's Oliv and her entourage.
Well, I like her dress better than Lady Di's, or, oh, wait a minute, is it now the Princess of Wales, I believe?
Yes, and those ostrich feathers are quite splendid sitting up there.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the wave down perfectly, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful day out here at the parade, and maybe I could ask you why you're out here today and what the Lesbian and Gay Unity Week mean to you.
Well, I think it's a chance to show that there is gay pride, that you have to come together on issues. There's all kinds of separate groups here, but what they all agree on, I would say, is that we've had enough oppression.
Because it's genuinely fun. I mean, just to be out in this kind of situation with 500 other people marching along.
I think it's a time for all of us to consider and think and stand up for what we believe in, and basically reflect and see how far we really have come.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep.
Testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing. I'm Alan, one of the AIDS victims. Hello, I'm Alan Hickox, and I'm a person diagnosed with AIDS. Right now, what I'm doing is trying to help by letting people know about, it's not working.
I had a thing on my arm, and Jim came into the apartment. He had his own key. This is still over on Burnaby Street. And he came in, there were some other people in the living room drinking and carrying on, and he came in and he said, "Let me see your arm." He came into the kitchen, and I got my arm, and he said, I want you to go and get checked out. He said, because Andrew had just died in San Francisco of rumor whispered gay cancer.
We already have, we believe, at least 6 people in Vancouver with AIDS.
Obviously not completely possible to say what will happen in the future when we don't know what the cause is, because we're guessing.
Has there been any victims' immune system come back to life? Did anybody know that? Or are you always just going to be suppressing other?
That is one of the problems, is that we can treat the diseases that somebody with a depressed immunity gets, but we can't treat the depressed immunity.
So as far as you know, there's been no recovery in an immune.
As far as we know, no, there's been no recovery.
It was horrific. You'd see somebody at the bar having a drink, and a week later they were dead.
I booked an appointment with a new doctor. Okay, you need to come in and see me. We think this is the gay cancer. All we know at this point is that you should get your affairs in order because you probably don't have more than a few months.
Death is something that happens to everybody at one time or another, and I'm not really afraid. I'm looking at it as a new experience. To live life is to die.
It was a very rough time to see the freedom we'd won so far and see the attempts to roll it back and try to use it to undermine us was horrible.
It wiped out 3/4 or more, 2 generations of nurturers, caregivers, elders, artists who would have had a role in nurturing and developing up-and-comers in our community, all gone. She'd lost most of her hair. Her hair was so thin that she was doing it up like a little baby, like a little baby curl on the top. And she was skeletally thin. And we were smoking dope in this hospital room and laughing and drinking whiskey. We ended up sitting on the floor up against the wall, and she goes, "Well, who knew that it would end like this?" So talented. Sweetest, kindest, nicest person who was betrayed and kicked and beaten and turned on at every point, not this point. Billie Jean, a light.
Outside of my window, the rain's falling down. It's falling so close. Its chill is near yet far away. And the splash of the busy wheel, the thunder of the morning, fade to silence in the distant dream that carried me away outside. There's little yellow raincoats running in the rain, beckon, how they beckon with their sweet refrain, their gentle laughter outside. Those fools that don't know enough to come in out the rain. Oh, you know they would if they could just remain. Ah, inside, 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 with someone like you. Poor fools that don't know enough to coming out the rain. Would they know they would if they could just remain. Ah, inside, 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 with someone like you, with someone like you, inside, 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 with someone like you, inside, inside, inside.
In the early years of AIDS, I worked with Theatre Positive. I think I was the first one to do Theatre Positive where I was injecting humor, where everyone was talking and they're in tears telling their story. And it was shocking for people that at an AIDS performance that people would be laughing. But what are you supposed to do? Break down and cry? Crying's okay, but laughter can heal.
My friend died, another friend died, 4 friends died, 10 friends died, 50 friends died. All that got me through those dark days was black coffee. And then I went, well, you deserve whatever I give you anyway. Even if it's not nice, and I'm not making...
Not everything is funny, but there is something funny about absolutely everything. AIDS, death, none of that's funny. But there are funny aspects to it if you punch it just right.
Little alcohol, cold wipe.
I didn't put any moisturizer on this morning.
Excellent.
Figured, why bother?
Okay, now quick poke. And we are out.
That's it.
And that is it. Would you like a sticker?
Sure.
Give you that there.
Thank you.
And get your paperwork done.
The other day, I could have sworn I heard you call my name. I'll hear the melodies of yesterday till kingdom come. Don't tell me it's the end.
Yeah, this is our studio. It's sort of like House of Rice headquarters. So we haven't actually had a lot of time to like set it up the way that we want to, although I did do a clean today, so it's more organized than it normally is. Yeah, this is like one of the first things I made myself. So it's like a rice hat that I attached this mesh fabric to, and then I kind of like rhinestoned and pearled the outside. But I've used it like tons and tons of time. It's a very dramatic way to make an entrance onto the stage, and also to do like a reveal, because no one can see what you're wearing. It's me. They're like all makeup transfers that I do from my face, and I like cover my face in glue after I do my makeup and then peel it off once it dries. And it takes off like most of the makeup you can see. And it kind of like this very like imperfect transfer that almost looks like, I don't know, embalmed like leather face kind of stuff. But also like very clown, kind of like there's those Chinese opera theater masks that do like really quick changes. So that's like sort of one of the inspirations. I sort of realized that a lot of the numbers that I was doing were related to my gender identity and sort of like this transness that I wasn't like explicitly looking at, but sort of subconsciously was coming up again and again in all of these performances that I was doing. So it's very personal to me, very important. Yeah. Just like a week ago, I like called my dad to tell him that I was trans, and he, I don't know why I was like nervous. He literally said, "Is that all you wanted to talk about? I don't care, I love you," and then like immediately changed the topic to something like something else, you know, that not to like not talk about it, but like because for him he was like, it doesn't matter, like I don't, he's almost surprised that I felt like I needed to tell him. Yeah, I'm like, so grateful.
Anything else?
Final question is just about Chanel.
What an exceptional person. This many years later, 40 years later, and I'm still meeting exceptional people that are way too talented and good for this stinking human world.
I've never had a drag mother, and I don't think that Oliv would ever call herself my drag mother, but indirectly it kind of has that sort of vibe where I've learned so much from her, and you know, in her generosity, you know, this last year, I mean, she's given me about a dozen dresses now, and it's kind of unreal. I can only assume it's because I don't irritate the shit out of her. So this is the piece that Oliv made for me for my birthday. It is kind of impossible to describe. I mean, there's this whimsical insanity that's sort of captured in this coat, and you can see, I mean, it's just the quilting that's been done on this. There's no rhyme or reason to the pattern. Everything is very sporadic and chaotic, and I absolutely love it. My name, Chanel. You know, boundaries are important, and not to lay all your cards on the table. You'll see glimpses of it here and there, her vulnerability, but she's usually very composed, and I think that it's sort of a default for her. But also, I mean, having come through everything that she has, I think that now she's almost developed a sick sense of humor about it, and now she kind of laughs it all off, which I can appreciate. I think that dark humor is definitely a lifesaver for people. You know, it's definitely something that I think is another dying kind of art nowadays, is the flair that queens have for dark humor and just saying whatever the hell they want to. And it's not with the intention of being cruel as much as it's the intention of taking back power from a situation. There's that old joke that says, you know, at the end of the apocalypse, it's going to be Twinkies, cockroaches, Cher, and probably Oliv. That woman would survive a nuclear bomb.
I remember when I was a little girl, our house caught on fire. I'll never forget the look on my father's face as he gathered me up in his arms and raced to the burning building out on the pavement. And I stood there, shivering in my pajamas, and watched the whole world go up in flames. And when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to a fire? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friend, break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. And then I fell in love with the most wonderful boy in the world. We'd take long walks down by the river, or just sit for hours gazing into each other's eyes. We were so very much in love. And then one day, he went away, and I thought I'd die, but I didn't. And when I didn't, I said to myself, is that all there is to love? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep. I know what you must be saying to yourselves. If that's the way she feels about it, why doesn't she just end it all? Oh no, not me. I'm not ready for that final disappointment. 'Cause I know, just as well as I'm standing here talking to you, that when that final moment comes and I'm breathing my last breath, I'll be saying to myself, is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is.
You're diving no.
Say hi to the beloved Ray.
You're gonna say.
Well. Okay, I'll leave. You look absolutely spectacular. It's under the word art. Very
I'd
good.
like to notice, is it on the record? I'm a day pass.
No, I've got. Oh.
Right. Didn't he say that?
Indeed. There I am. I'm 22 and ready to go. But I really like this. He's got the sausage link in his hand.
Oh, the old people. I had a copy of that somewhere. Oh, me. Oh, Terry. Oh, and Binky. Oh, and is that Tuesday night just over Binky's shoulder? I think. Oh, now there you. That's it. Oh, the campaign, big spender. At Love Affair. Oh dear Lord. R.I.P. 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 I'm the only. No. She's still. Dana's still there. And the Billie Jean's. That's always been such a good picture. Oh.